and welcome. This is Youth-Elect TT, and we're here to really shake up the place. Now, over the past few weeks, we've searched Trinidad and Tobago looking for young, vibrant people to really represent the youth agenda.
These include unemployment, exploitation in employment, crime and violence in the community.
There are a lot of positive things that come out of Maloney, but it is just seen by the media. The media just show the negative things.
I am very, very impressed by the quality of candidates. We cannot and we will not flourish if we continue to disregard and neglect our young people.
Well, that's a look at what our candidates will face today. Let's go back to the auditions.
We are your judges, Paige DeLeon, Martin Daly, and Michaela Pandey. Thank you for coming.
Morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
Just to remind you, rules of engagement are 1 minute for your platform speech. Thereafter, we will ask you questions.
To be young doesn't mean to be naive, oblivious, or unenlightened. Tribal politics and the idea that seniority determines authority has waxed and waned, dodging obsolescence for decades upon decades. At the age of 20, Alexander the Great commanded an army of much older, much more experienced men to change the world. We, the youth, are now charged with the task of transforming these archaic systems and bring to fruition the progressive plans and postulations utilizing the experience of those that came before.
What would you do, having been there, experienced
Yes.
these inefficiencies? What would you do? How would you change things?
When you go to licensing office, that whole system needs computerization, as we all know. But why hasn't anyone changed it? Maybe it's because it's benefiting people who have already been inculcated into the system already. And they keep using people who already were initiated into that system to try to change the system that they know about.
But he gave you a reason.
Yeah, and yeah, thank you.
People,
Thank you,
he
Keen.
put it very nicely.
Yeah,
People
very nice.
inculcated in the system.
Can you recite the national pledge?
The national pledge. Let's see. What's that again?
Of Trinidad and Tobago, the greatest natural disaster facing the Caribbean region and our homeland is not that of a storm or hurricane. It is indeed the underdevelopment, the unemployment and unappreciation of young people in our region and our country. Young people have views, they have ideas, they have solutions, and these must be brought to the forefront. Young people must play an equal part and must be equal partners in our nation's sustainable development.
If a young person has risen to the challenge, let's assume that in your view, my view, the panel's view, a young person has risen to the challenge, but they're still going unrecognized and unappreciated, how do you change that? Assume they have proved themselves, how you then change that?
I think what needs to be done is a cultural change. And what is the cultural change? The cultural change comes through policy, where there's a youth policy of every particular country. The youth policy engages every sector of youth work, whether it be sports, academics, skills development, and even activism. And governments have to ensure that those policies are upheld, along with the private and the public sector.
But what must the policy contain?
The policy must contain where young people are given fair chances in every single circle. So for example, we're looking at the business circle. Government must uphold their youth policies where the private sectors also invest into circles for young people to be entrepreneurs. And when young people become entrepreneurs, it allows for that communication between experienced entrepreneurs and younger entrepreneurs. Because it's not affirmative action, but it's strategic policy.
May I pause there, because you're going about this very well. But in order, for example, to get the business community to buy into this, would you have to offer them incentives?
I think as a young leader, yes, you have to offer incentives. Recently at the concluded meeting of youth, we spoke where some businesses should be offered tax breaks, and when they're given the tax breaks, they agree to hire a specific amount of young people from a respective industry.
After the break, we'll take you straight inside the auditions room.